Well, tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Yeah, tonight we're gonna gather up and let the hoot begin. Yeah, tonight we're gonna be alright. We're gonna light the original Friday Night Lights, and tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Well, Friday night, rolling in right on time. It's been a full week since I felt fine. About to stop and just let it roll. We're gonna watch all the worry go, go, go. And tonight, we're gonna let the good times in. All right. Yeah, tonight, we're gonna let the good times in. Yeah, tonight, we're gonna gather up and let the hoot begin. Yeah, tonight, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna light the original Friday Night Lights, and tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Well, I've been down a time or two, but I pulled myself up like I'm supposed to do. I'm not feeling better yet. I need a little time to let my soul reset. A little time to let my soul reset. A little time to let my soul reset. Yeah, tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Yeah, tonight we're gonna gather up and let the hoot begin. Yeah, tonight we're gonna be alright. We're gonna light the original Friday Night Lights, and tonight we're gonna let the good times in. All right. You look pretty tired, my friend. Maybe you could use a little rest or a chance to reconnect again with this room here at the table. Saved you a seat when you are able. So tonight we're gonna let the good times in. All right. And tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Yeah, tonight we're gonna gather up and let the hoot begin. Yeah, tonight we're gonna be alright. We're gonna light the original Friday Night Lights. Tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Yeah, tonight we're gonna let the good times in. Well, tonight we're gonna let the good times in.
Yeehaw!
Yeah. Good Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos.
I want to tell you a quick story, if I could. This happened right here in San Francisco. It was Saturday morning. We're all drinking. We're in this house, by the way, studying, reading Torah, praying, drinking plum wine, which is the worst thing in the world. Until like the third glass, and it's like the greatest thing that you've ever tasted. And into the room runs a young person by the name, I found out later, his name is Shmulik. Charges in the room, Shabbos, top of his lungs. Everybody that was there is like, Shabbos, right back. I looked at my buddy, Saul K. Y'all know Saul K? Lives with me. I look over at Saul and I was like, what just happened? He goes, oh, that's Shmulik, man. He's going to do that a bunch. And he did. And I thought, wow, this young person is so on to something. Shabbos is going to get here whether we're ready for it or not, right? We're not always ready for Shabbat, but it's always ready for us, and it's always right on time. What a beautiful thing. So I'm going to give you a Shabbos. If you can give me one back, we're going to really really start this off right. And I will tell you, if anything feels like prayer to you, do that. If singing feels like prayer, clapping, dancing, listening, whatever it is your day set aside just for you and for us collectively. So I'm going to give you a Shabbos. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
I say that one more time. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
Absolutely beautiful. All right, little Yananais and Ladadais. Yanai, yada da da, ya da da da. Yada yada da. Yada da da. Yada yada da da, ya da da. Yada yada da. Yada da da. Because there's fire on the mountain. Well, there's fire on the mountain. Yeah, there's fire on the mountain. Yada, yada, da, yada, da, da. Yada, yada, da. Yada, da, da. Fire on the mountain. Hey! Well, there's fire on the mountain. There's fire on the mountain. Two more times. Hey! There's fire on the mountain. There's fire on the mountain. How about just some little fires on the mountain? Well, there's fire on the mountain. Yeah, there's fire on the mountain. Just our holy voices. Well, there's fire on the mountain. Oh, we're going to say how good, how good, how good, how good. Lord, I love the house where you dwell, but spoiler alert, you don't have to say Lord. You can say God, you can say Adonai, you can say whatever feels good to you. Rabbi Brad Artson told us one time, he says, sometimes when I'm praying, I just exhale. When I get to some reference to God, I just breathe out. That's a lot of coordination for me, but if you want to do it, you go right ahead. We'll do this Ma Tovu here.
And if you're looking for any of the Hebrew, it's on page 74 in your prayer book.
Well, how good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. Beautiful. Emanu-El, oh halecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Emanu-El, oh halecha Mishkenotech Israel, and how good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. All right. Well, my tovu okale kaya ako mishkenotech Israel. My tovu okale kaya ako mishkenotech Israel. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. How good, how good, how good, how good. Yeah, Lord, I love the house where you dwell. Shabbat!
Shabbos! Thank you so much. In case you were wondering, we did hire a new rabbi. This is the wonderful rock and roll, rockabilly, Americana, country western, Jewish star, Joe Buchanan, all the way here from Texas to spend the entire weekend with us, regaling us in country western, Jewish Americana music. And it's such a treat to have you with us, Joe.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
And I gotta say, I've been wanting to wear my dad's cowboy hat for about 4 years on the Bema, and so I got permission.
That is a
you.
sharp hat, by the
So,
way.
and you know, when you have a sharp hat, it comes with a story. So before we get into the service, my dad, of blessed memory, was the captain of the San Mateo Mounted Patrol. He was a Mountie. He was a real Jewish cowboy, like you, seriously. But he kind of looked like Woody Allen wearing this hat. So, like really a Jewish cowboy. And when my dad died, each one of us got one of his cowboy hats. And so we each got to go in and lovingly decide which one we really identified with. And I picked this one, the one that he wore to the San Mateo County Mounted Patrol. And I looked at it and I said, wow, here's something. I guess he got it as a gift from one of his friends, and tried to figure it out. I went down and thought, all of his friends, who is JBS? Who is JBS? And I finally called my brother. I said, thought of all of Dad's friends. Who gave him this hat? Who is JBS? There's a pin that says JBS. Was it like one of his friends I didn't know, one of the cowboy friends? And my brother said, have you heard of John Batterson's Stetson? I said, Dad was friends with John Stetson, the guy who actually created and designed the first cowboy hat? My brother said, he was born in 1840. So this is an actual Stetson from my dad, and I love the fact that it has that story, and you gave us permission, Josh, to be here today, Joe, and to really revel in the words of Torah and prayer together. So we're going to open up with some beautiful candles and some beautiful light. Rabbi.
When I think about that light, and I think about that's meant to be the transition of where we move from kind of our ordinary week to this new time. And I don't know, I think when we started that first song, I feel like I've already transitioned to some brand new time and a new place. So I'd like to invite up Monty's family to help us light the candles. I'm going to invite everyone to close their eyes and become more and more present. And all of the Mishigash from last week, because another week filled with Mishigash, if you will just let it all go and join us here.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishalu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlikneh shel
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
And
shalom.
as Mati's family is seated, I'm going to call upon two angels to join us up here, Josh and Steph. So come on up. And we have the newest adult member, Mati, who's going to be reading Torah tomorrow. And Josh and Steph are going to be married. And so I'm going to have you come up and give you a short wedding blessing. And Josh and his 4 brothers grew up here at Temple Emanu-El. I've known your family a long time. I knew your grandma Marianne and your grandpa Bert and your mom, and it's so wonderful to have the 2 of you here. And we're going to give you a mezuzah, which is the ark, the replica of the ark in the main sanctuary, but much smaller, that you can put on your door of your new home together. I'm going to give you this blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you safe all of the days of your life together. Yis Adonai panav elecha v'yuneka. May the presence of the divine always be good to you. Yis Adonai panav elechem v'yasem lechem shalom. May the Spirit of God and God's presence shine upon your beautiful punims, enlighten your hearts, and give you a long life ahead of peace.
I don't know what kind of week you've had. And you don't know what kind of week I've had. We can at least agree that we've had a week. So we're going to shake a little bit of dust. We gather that dust on us all week long. The stuff we do that we love doing, the stuff that we do that we're like, it just needs doing. The people we love to talk to, and some folks are just such a gift. And so we come to the end of the week and we get to shake off some of that dust and we get to Shabbat. So we're going to do that tonight as we welcome in these angels. The Shalom Aleichem.
Page 24.
And like I said, I'm going to invite you to jump in, but it's up to you if you do. So that Shalom Aleichem part sounds like this. Shalom Aleichem. Just like that. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom lechem, malachei asharet, malachei elyon, mimelech, malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch Hu. Bochem shalom, malachei ashalom, malachei elyon. Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Shalom Aleichem. Shalom shake a little dust. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Osetchem Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Two more. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem.
Page 20.
We're going to welcome in the bride, this Lachadodi. I will tell you, in a lot of Jewish communities around the world, on the first week of Shiva, there are often mourners outside the doors to the sanctuary. And at the time when we would rise as a community to welcome in the Shabbos bride, at that time we would also welcome in the mourners to our celebration, which I think is just such a beautiful thing. And I will say before we get any further, I sure appreciate the incredible amount of trust it takes to have someone lead prayer and song with your community. And I appreciate all the trust from y'all and everybody up here, all the leaders up here. So thank you so much for having me. This Lachadodi is going to roll around and around and around again a few times. It sounds like this. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela, just like that. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. Two more. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. Shamor. Shamor v'zachor b'ribur echad. Hishme'ani el ha'meyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Shem multiferet Tehillah. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. You may rise in body or in spirit as we face the door to our sanctuary to welcome in the Shabbos bride to our celebration with Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha hu v'tzo'ala, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. Lachadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabela. 2 more times. Lechado dili kakala, ne Shabbat nikavela. Just our holy voices. Lechado dili kakala, ne Shabbat nikavela.
Page 28.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. I will praise you. I will praise you, and I will praise you. Holy One Most High, yeah, and I will praise you, and I will praise you. Adonai, Adonai, yeah, and I will praise you, and I will praise you. Holy One Most High, Holy One Most High, yeah, and I will praise you, and I will praise you. Adonai, I will praise you, and I will praise you. Holy One, Holy One Most High, and I will praise you, and I will praise you. Adonai. You may be seated.
Page 30.
We're going to have a walk up into the Shema. You know those moments like right before you start the Amidah, like some folks that take those 3 steps, right? Kind of like we're walking into prayer. We're not always in the space that we're in, right? Sometimes some of us are still in traffic. Some of us are still dealing with calls that we had earlier or things that happened, tough things that we're all going through. So it takes time to build up sometimes to be in a place. We have these beautiful blessings before the Shema, and we're going to honor the evening and honor the night, and all the beauty in the night. And then we're going to honor the amount of incredible love that God has for us. I'm going to go straight into Ahavat Olam right after this next prayer, but I want to tell you something I heard at a camp one time. I heard there was a rabbi up there talking. He said, you know, the thing is, fish don't think about water. And I was like, that's true. And also, what are we talking about today? You know, but it was about the amount of goodness that's around us. I mean, your news feeds, like my news feed, often can be full of just all these awful things. The truth is, the good stuff is the most common stuff. It is the most common thing in our lives. The sun comes up. Babies are being born. People are meeting each other for the first time. People are falling in love. Puppies, you know, like all the good stuff that is everywhere. It's the most common thing in our lives, but it is so easy to lose sight of it because the other stuff is louder. It's bombastic. It crashes in. It's so important that we not lose sight of all the good stuff. So I always think about this part of the service as that opportunity to really dial in on some simple and beautiful things that are around us. Always. A little call and repeat here. Blessed is the one.
Blessed
is the one
who turns the daylight into night.
turns
turns the daylight into night.
Who whispers the evening
Who whispers the evening
and sets the stars alight.
and sets the stars alight.
Adonai,
Adonai,
Sevaot is your name.
Sevaot is your name.
Eternal, ever living.
Eternal, ever living.
Sevaot is your name.
Sevaot is your name.
Baruch atah,
Baruch atah,
Adonai,
Adonai,
Ha'ma'ariv Avim,
Ma'ariv Aravim.
Amen. We'll do that amen together. Baruch atah.
Baruch atah.
Adonai.
Adonai.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
Amen. Bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Baruch atah.
Baruch atah.
Adonai.
Adonai.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
Amen. Let's do it again. Amen. One more time. Amen. Bring on the night. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Bring on the light. Let the stars out to remind us of the light. Eternal God, you send love down. We do our best to give it around. I don't know how you do it, but you make it seem like there ain't nothing to it. When we lie down, when we rise up, remember those words that fill our cup. For the length of our days, your love remains a shining example in eternal.
Page 32.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta en Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, otanu l'manetai. Said every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. You can do that. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. Some more. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. One more. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. And since we're in California, loving is what I got. Said remember that, yeah, loving is what I got. I said loving is what I got. Yeah, remember that, oh, loving is what I got. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shem Kivod, Shem Kivod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
ואהבת את וכל נפשך
Page 36.
וכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לראות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני
אדוני אלוהיכם.
It said that when the Israelites crossed the sea, that there were two kinds of people. There were people that looked up, people that looked down. And the people that looked up knew they were part of something amazing. They were part of this miracle. We're not entirely sure where we're going, and this is a lot of stuff to carry for, and how long are we doing? It doesn't matter, we're doing it, it's great. Right? And they walked on dry land. And then there were the people that all they did was look down. All they were aware of was like, this pack is so heavy. Where are we going exactly? Why aren't we talking about these walls of water, by the way? We should be so concerned. Also, I'm not sure who this is, but I'm not carrying their stuff, right? All they could think about was everything that didn't seem to be going great. And they walked in mud. And the only difference, of course, is perspective. And there are times we are truly walking in mud. We are down in the muck. But it's important that we remember that we can get back up on dry land, that we're uniquely empowered to do that. And even more so, we're empowered to help others do that and to show others that they can do it. We're mountain climbers by nature. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift that we're part of. I will tell you, I joined the tribe 9 years ago after I found out my wife of 13 years was Jewish. Yeah, that's a true story. If you're here tomorrow, I'll tell you that in a little more detail. But Judaism changed my life. It saved my life in a lot of ways. I wasn't a stranger in my own life anymore, and it was amazing to just kind of feel like you're part of the world. It really did so much good. I hope you have a chance to join for that talk we're going to do. But that helped me get back up on dry land. And all of y'all do that through all your goodness, your kind deeds, your big, massive hearts. So thank you for that. A little walking in the light of God for our meeting.
Page 40.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 Call and repeat. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, mikamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, mikamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Norah tehilot usefele. Norah tehilot usefele. Let's go walking. We are walking in the light. comfortable. We are walking in the light of God.
Page 46.
You may rise either in body or in spirit. As we enter into the Amidah, we take this moment to have these conversations with God. I will tell you, if once you have finished your silent prayers, either from the prayer book or the words in your own heart, you may be seated. And this will come around and around again a few times. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufi agi techilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufi agi techilatecha. God of creation, rock and salvation, I'm standing here in reflection. God of creation, rock and salvation, I'm facing my heart's direction. One more. God of creation, rock and salvation, well, I'm standing here in reflection. God of creation, rock and salvation, I'm facing my heart's direction. I am facing my heart's direction. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufi agi techilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Bottom of page 62.
Well, I like my coffee sweet. I like like a wave on the street. I like boots on my feet, and I like everything a little easy. Easy. If I haven't met you yet, I can't wait to shake your hand, 'cause we're all in the band, so rest easy. Yeah, a little easy. A little easy. So hold on to this life, 'cause we're only here for a little while, so stop and breathe. It's all right. Yeah, oh, say shalom bimroma, huya say shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroma, huya say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Oh, say shalom, I'll say shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom b'romav, I'll say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Imru, Amen.
Page 373.
We're going to say the oldest prayer in the Torah. Ana, Elna,
Elna,
Refana,
Refana
La.
la.
Around and around again, kind of fold in this prayer, and then we're going to pause for some names. Ana, Elna, Refana, La. Just like that. Ana, Elna, Refana, La. Ana, Elna, Refana, La. Ana, Elna, Refana, La. Yeah, and may the Holy One above send out in love with healing and comfort to everyone, and give them strength and strive for all their lives, those we know and all mankind. Ana, Elna, Refana. Ana, Elna, Refana.
We take into our hearts all those who need this El Narefa Nala, and as Joe said, the oldest prayer, these words expressed by Moses when his sister Miriam became so ill. He didn't know how to heal her, so he called out to God, please God, heal her. And we have all had moments where we knew that we ultimately were not in control of healing, even though we'd like to. And so we take into our hearts tonight those who need a healing prayer from our congregation, Rusty Holden, Patrick Powell, Allison Kramer, Peter Logan, Trudy Zimmerman, Selma Ehrlich, Yosef Bar Yosef Bor Dorit Bat Yosef at Zipporah, Mallory Klungvelt, Michelle Schultz, Tony Barbasalen, and Anita Barsman. And if there's anybody else who would like a prayer said on behalf of someone they love, please say their name.
Phyllis Greenspan, April Buchanan, and Rabbi Stuart Federer. El
Stand here in front of the ark after davening with music from the south, which can sound so far away. It's a reminder with those words and that Hebrew and that tune, that as often as we think of ourselves as divided and distant, we're not. We're one people, we're one nation. Pray for peace in the sanctuary, in the city, in the state, in this nation, and then for it to blanket the entire world.
Aleinu, 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 Aleinu.
We reach the point in our service where we say Kaddish, where we think about whose shoulders we stand upon. As a community, we're remembering those who passed away in the last 30 days. Marcia Bruston Lang, Lucy D., Maya D., Rena D., Gary Goldblum, Dave Berman, Adam Inlander, Joe Lorenzen, Peter Podolsky, Don Chaikin, and Rosa Ewing Goldman. We remember those whose yahrzeit, whose passing falls on this Shabbat. Valerie Atkins, Yitzchak Ben Avraham, Alfred A. Baer, Jack Basak, Theodore Bauer, Julius Block, Hetty Jean Block, Martin H. Braun, Josiah Eshel Brill, Doreen Cody, Edward M. Kaufman, Anna P. Cohen, Lydia Culasso, Florence Kavinsky, Betty Swig Dinner, Ted Ecker, Otto Eckstein, Esther S. Erlinger, Marvin Fuchs, Gerald Garber, Diane Geffen, Flory Gross, George Halfin, Michael Hawk, Bella Hirsch, Joshua Huffman, Richard P. Inlander, Julia Jacobson, Milton Jasper, Eleanor G. I. Jochemick, Miriam B. Kahn, Bruce Keller, Helen Nee, Gerald Arnold Lester, Claire Matzger Lilienthal, Erica Lowenberg, Riva Lusner, Thomas Miranda, Theodore Myers, Teresa Reiner, Sadie Reutblatt, William Joseph Roos. Norman A. Rubin, Jacob Rubenstein, Eva Sampson, Bertram Schwartz, David Siegel, Leonard Schlane, Mira Shostak, Esther Siegel, Elaine Simon, Ted Stiefel, Jack Suris, Liu M. Talkov, and Ida Wertheim. If there's someone else who you are remembering who has passed away in the last week, in the last month, in the last year, or this is the yahrzeit, the anniversary of your loved one's passing, if you'll please share their name when my hand passes over you. I'd like to invite the mourners to rise first. And I would like to invite the community to rise with the mourners. We're on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamad divrach v'yotei v'yamlich machutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. B'agalah u'bizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mavarach le'elam amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Damiran v'yaman v'ramen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'ramen. Oseh shalom b'ramah. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and to all the world. Let us all say amen.
Amen.
like to invite up Mati to help us lead the Friday night Kiddush. So Mati, if I could have you grab the wine glass right there. And while Mati is coming up here, let me have you grab that wine right there, Mati. So one announcement. I probably should have more than one announcement, but I do have one big announcement. Who here knows what they're doing on June 4th? Good, but it's not enough of you, okay? June 4th, be here, okay? Unless you're gonna be here in 100 years. This is the groundbreaking, okay? We've been talking about this for, it feels like 100 years, but we're actually finally here on June 4th. So be here, we're groundbreaking, and then it's gonna be a really easy 2 years as we do the construction.
And I also want everyone to know that if you enjoyed tonight's service, tomorrow morning we're going to have a special Shabbat morning service with Joe Buchanan, myself, and Rabbi Paris in the chapel. And Joe will be leading his discussion, which he calls Choosing to be Chosen, his story that he alluded to of conversion to Judaism with his wife and with story and with music, and you're going to want to be there. And I also just want to take a moment to thank Joe for being here. Joe thanked us for having his trust, for that we had his trust, that we would allow him to lead us in prayer. I also want to thank Joe for having perseverance with us. Not everybody knows this, but Joe was supposed to be here in April of 2020. And there has not been a musical scholar in residence here at Emanu-El since then. And you were very, very persistent with us through all of COVID, and I'm so grateful that this has finally happened.
Thanks,
and please do join us tomorrow for Shabbat morning service and a wonderful, we have bagels and lox. It'll be great.
And let's join together with Matthias on page 5. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei brit hagafim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu Shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lemaaser bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki anu avarta v'tanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Hashabbat L'chaim. Chaim.
Chaim. All right.
Is it actually wine?
We're going to do Hamotzi, and at the conclusion of Hamotzi, please join Joe in his final tune this Shabbos called Small Town Tonight. So let's lift up that challah.
And so if we could have everybody take their prayer book in one hand, because we're going to ask you to put it back on the cart. And then, Mati, I'm going to have you go right in the middle, okay? And once you have your prayer book in one hand, you're going to come and squish around him and touch the challah, or touch someone who is touching the challah. Make a big challah chain. So come and squish all the way in. Squish, squish, squish.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
It's a big world, it's a big world, it's a big world outside of this light, but we're a small town, a small town, a small town in here tonight, and it goes like this. Well, it's a big world, it's a big world, and it's a big world outside of this light. We're a small town, and we're a small town here tonight. We've crossed the desert, gathered tonight in peace. It's a big world, it's a big world, it's a big world outside of this life. We're a small town, we're a small town here tonight. If you're feeling alone, yeah, well, you're not on your own. We've all been there at times in our lives. Fill up your cup, yeah, come on, raise it up. We saved you a place at our side. Hey, it's a big world, it's a big world, it's a big world outside of this life. We're a small town, we're a small town here tonight. Many road maps exist, there's a lot of exits. It's okay to get lost on the way. I'm a traveler